We welcome you back to the Eagle Sports Network. Brandon Crow jumping on with you for Carson-Newman women's soccer against the Emory and Henry Wasps. It's a week of ENH here on the campus of Carson-Newman. ENH visited with volleyball just last night, and Carson-Newman men's soccer just lost to the Wasps 0-1 in that first game. But now the women get a chance at it, and they've been ultra successful this season. Both teams with a couple of wins on the board. Emory and Henry, they're sitting pretty perfect in the SAC right now. Have a couple of losses. They're 1-2 in the conference right now, but overall have done a really good job throughout the season, 5-2, and that's largely thanks to the contributions by the junior forward Charlotte Stavis. She's been absolutely phenomenal for these Wasps, the top goal scorer in the conference. She's had 8 goals in 7 games, and you can just see just absolute masterclass from the junior, top 10 nationally in goals scored as well. She just does it all, and a couple really big multi-goal games for the junior as well. ENH outscoring opponents 22-8 right now, and that's largely thanks to the contributions by Charlotte Stavis and what she's done. She'll definitely be someone to watch out for on that pitch. That's number 24 in the Navy. And on the Carson-Newman side of things, of course, who else would it be but Annika Fenn, the SAC Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week, I should say. She has been absolutely phenomenal this season, mostly on the assisting department. 3 assists last week. She assisted on both of Carson-Newman's goals at Newberry. And head coach Simon Duffy just spoke about how essential she's been to this Carson-Newman attack and how smart she can be with her crosses, how good she's been. So she's more than earned that Defensive Player of the Week status. Entered the year with 0 career assists and has 5 assists through 8 games. She's really stepped up, being one of the captains on the team this season. Senior from Herxheim, Germany, having quite the year and in an important spot. Carson-Newman 5-3 on the year, 2-2 in the conference. Get a chance to tip the scales over 500 against this game against ENH. As you take a look at the stats from the season, just there on your screen, ENH having an offensive explosion as a team this season, 22 goals on the year, and largely a really big game earlier on in the season where they beat Toccoa Falls 9-2. Contributes to those 22 goals. So definitely a dangerous Wasp offense. Going to have to be cautious of that, but in this Carson-Newman defense, going to have to be good too. Going to take a quick break while we get our starters ready, and we'll be back for kickoff here on the Eagle Sports Network. Back here on the Eagle Sports Network. As we get ready to go for kickoff, it'll be Berna Kabachi taking up goaltending duties in the net for the Eagles. And as for the Wasps, it'll be Adriana Reg. 3 starts this season for the senior. 4 goals allowed, a .765 save percentage. As you see both of them getting ready there. Both of these teams, you know, ENH so new to this SAC conference, but Carson-Newman winning the first 2 all-time meetings between the two. They were outscoring ENH 10-1 in those first 2 meetings, but last year, an absolute heartbreaker for the Eagles. They were on the road in Emory, Virginia, and lost 0-2 off an own goal. An absolute heartbreaker in the SAC considering how well they were doing last season pretty much up to that point. 364 days since these two teams faced off. October 2nd of 2024, the last time these two saw each other. And we're underway here in this 5th SAC game for the Eagles. And it's working down towards the other end. Eagles take possession. There's the SAC Defensive Player of the Week, Annika Fend, who gives it off to Kabachi. Getting off to a good start is going to be super important in today's match for the Eagles. Carson-Newman has scored first in all 5 of their wins and is 55-5-6 under Coach Duffy when they do so. So definitely getting that first goal off the jump is super important for the energy and the intensity of this Eagles team throughout the game. Goal kick coming up for the Wasps. So we'll get our first look at what Adriana Reg decides to do. ENH 5-2 on the year, 1-2 in the SAC schedule. As she hands it off to Olivia DeSalva, the senior defender. Eagles working hard in the backfield, trying to win that midfield battle. Talking with Coach Duffy earlier in the week, he said winning the battle at midfield was going to be so important, just staying in the attacking third as much as possible. As Charlotte Stavis gets a nice change of possession there. And the Wasps will have a throw-in on the far side. Eagles get a chance to set something up. Kabachi will get this one going. It's down the middle for Delgado. She battles with Stavis, and Kim tries to get on the action, but it'll be Fairley to punch the ball through. Eagles have scored 19 goals this season, and largely due to the contributions by Molly Bukowitz and Selena Yude. As ENH gets the take there and pushes it back towards Kabachi. Good work on the front lines there by Christina Ciafani. Here's Ciafani with it. Hands it off to Stavis, the leading goal scorer on this team, and she'll clear it to the far side where Kabachi will gather. Eagles have done a really good job this season keeping possession of the ball out there as well, even in their loss against Catawba here at McCowan Field. Possession largely in favor of the Eagles, just not able to capitalize on a couple chances, a couple set pieces in that 2-0 loss to the Catawba Indians. As this ball's punched through for Buckowitz, trying to win the race against Riley Duba, but she can't get there in time. De Silva punches the ball into the neutral territory, and Kabachi will come out a touch far to collect that one. Let her team set up. .7:30 game for the women's team under the lights here at McCowan Field, and Coach Duffy talking to me about how it just changes the energy. Maybe more fans in the stands, some athletes on campus get off practice and they get to come out and watch this Carson-Newman women's soccer team do their thing. But just the energy is different. A few years ago, Coach Duffy and Coach Lyons, the men's coach, getting together and deciding, hey, why don't we alternate when we have these double headers at home? You can play under the lights one night, we'll play under the lights another night. Interesting to switch up the energy, and obviously the sun here at McCowan Field playing a big factor in goaltenders being able to see the ball. Battle on the far side, and the Wasps will get a throw in their own attacking third. It'll be Copeland. Long throw in there. Now the Eagles will get a chance to clear it out. It's Buckowitz on the far side. Little pass off to Kim, and here comes Gallagher. Gallagher trying to work on Smith. And Stave is hounded by two white jerseys, but manages to create some space and get that ball into the opposite half. This ball punched through into the near side corner. And it's Fend who goes one-on-one with Taylor Mills. So E&H looking to even the score up in their all-time series. 2-1, the Eagles lead this series since the Wasps have joined this South Atlantic Conference. Joined back in 2021 and have slowly but steadily been getting better, as we'll get a sub on. It's going to be Ciafani who comes off for Haley Hamilton. And a clear out by the Wasps, but Pettit will keep it in their own attacking third. But E&H making the transition up to the Division II level back in 2021, graduating from that Division III status. They played in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Good clear there by the Wasps, and pushed ahead by Springman. The Wasps steadily improving throughout the seasons as Fend and Garber play tic-tac-toe here in the neutral territory, but finally getting in to their own attacking third. And here come the Wasps. It's Smith. Tried to play that one ahead for Springman, but just a touch too hard. Carson-Newman has done a really good job so far in this game, keeping the ball and staying on that front foot. Coach Duffy liking his team to be attacking the majority of the contests. Is lots of fans showing out to McCowan Field here tonight to watch this women's soccer team on a 2-game winning streak, coming off the win over Newberry, who was previously unbeaten. So a huge win there for the Eagles, and more than that, to get a win on the road in this SAC conference, so important. ENH, though, trying to take one away from Carson-Newman as their men's team looks on and cheers for them. So just about an equal amount of fans here, you could say, on both sides of the turf. Good battle by Hamilton, trying to keep it away as Fairley pushes it to the near side, and the Eagles with so much pressure right now. Can see Gallagher just pressing Reg even in the net. Almost had an uneven amount of numbers there as Reg clears this one out of the box. Good tackle there is Frick from the far side. Great shot gets through, and Reg makes the diving grab, has it handled. So the first shot of the contest. Registered there by Frick. And it's been all Eagles here as a through ball for Frick. Trying to get it through, and that one will go back corner. Perfect spot. Phenomenal feed. And it's Malia Kim, the woman who Coach Duffy said was going to step up in this game. Scored her first career goal earlier on this season. And when I asked Coach Duffy about a dark horse player for this match, he said, yeah, I think Malia's going to be the woman to step up big in this game, and here she is. Makes it 1-0 Eagles. And once this team scores first, largely unstoppable. A lot of momentum for the Eagles now, trying to stay with their foot on the gas, trying to keep the pressure on these Wasps. You see here, Kim off a beautiful feed. The Eagles pushing the ball deep into that corner. And Kim gets the chance to punch that one into the near side corner past the reaching arms of Reg. Beautiful setup by this Eagles offense as Fenn pushes this one through and bodies collide at midfield. It was Riley Duba and Kim both running full speed. It's going to be a foul against the Eagles as Kim was the one who was coming in touch too hot. So here's Da Silva. Nice ball lofted forward for Stavis. Grayshak with it now. And Buckowitz a good job to punch that one forward. Racing after it is Gallagher. Reg will control. And here's Yude. Yude trying to put the pressure on the far side. Gets through to Reg. And a nice job there by Selena Yude. She can be so dangerous. 5 goals this season. Just second on the team to Buckowitz. And the first time 2 Eagles, second time in the past 6 seasons that Carson-Newman has had 2 players with 5 or more goals. Buckowitz and Yude doing a great job on those front lines, helped out by Annika Fend with her crossing ability. And helped this evening by Malia Kim. Her lone tally, the one on the board. Free kick off the foul from the Eagles. It was Kendall Garber on the foul. Eagles will get a chance to control it again. That goal-scoring possession starting all the way back with Kabachi. Let her defense get set up and created space for the offense to move quickly into that far side corner. Get the opportunity for Kim. Here's Fend on the near side. Make space on Grayshak and ops cross field. This one punched through as Yude tries to beat her woman into the far side corner. She's bodied down into the grass. And it was Pettit actually trying to beat that player into the corner. So Eagles with 20 goals on the season now. Trying to push themselves over 500 in the SAC. 2 losses on the year. That first one to Catawba at home. Even though these Eagles have been so good at McCowan Field. As the leading goal scorer in the conference, Stavis battles there down the middle with Delgado. And pressure from Garber there. Gives the corner kick to the Wasps. It's Davis on the corner kick. Hits the leg and over the top of Kabachi as she swats it down. A phenomenal save with one hand, and the Eagles try and clear. It was Springman who looked like she got a head on it. And Kabachi just reaches up. Beautiful save there by Kabachi. "32 saves this season for the junior goalkeeper. Gets her 33rd there. We'll get a throw in on the near side by Bella Fairley. Goes up the line, and the Eagles trying to cross it over. It's Pettit on the throw-in. A long one. Gets through to Buckowitz. As Kim takes a shot towards that far side post this time. Just rolls out a play past Reg. Malia Kim being really aggressive down the middle for these Eagles as she continues to apply pressure. And Kabachi well out of the box. Gives it off to her defense, but Stavis cuts it off. Stavis dancing around, and Yude gets the takeaway. Too fancy from Stavis is Yude plays it through to Buckowitz on the far side. Buckowitz takes a shot. It's blocked. And that'll bounce out of play. It'll be a corner kick for the Eagles. Buckowitz. Big leg. And a good job by Kim there to keep that ball going out of play so the Eagles can have a corner kick. It's going to be Selena Ute with the kick, the header into the box, and finally the Wasps get the clear, but Eagles still in possession. Shot goes into the box as Buckowitz tries to take a whack at it. This one turned out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Carson-Newman. Good chances right now for the Eagles. It seems like they've just constantly applied pressure to Emery and Henry. Here's Fend with it now. 3 assists last week. Hands it off to Delgado. In the near side corner. It's Yude with the cross, and It's just going to be out of play. Carson-Newman dominating possession right now. 60% of the possession in favor of the Eagles as a couple of subs come on. Sadie Mosley making her way out onto the field, and Annie Becker as well. Wasps get the chance to clear, but it's cut off. As Kabachi will play it forward. Delgado looks for Frick, who will just pass it back to her goalkeeper. Now here comes the Wasps. It's Mosley who just checked in, but good job by Powell's daughter to cut that one off. Defense for Carson-Newman just suffocating right now. Looks like the Wasps can't find any space. Yude with the little chip off to Frick as Frick tries to play it forward for a racing Yude. 3 blue jerseys on her. She turns around. Yude with the cross into the box. It's cut off by a Wasp and poked through is Buckowitz. Almost got her foot on that one. Was looking near side post. Good chance there for the Eagles. Buckowitz just Fenn trying to race her way through. Nobody being able to get a solid touch on that one. One-on-one race for the Wasps, and Kabachi will come out and save the day. It was Grayshak racing in. Kabachi will play that one forward, and Kim can't control that one off the first touch. Pushed out by Stavis, and it'll be a throw-in for Emery and Henry. Stavis wins the second ball. Now here's Frick. She was battling with Hamilton and will draw the foul there. Wasp control deep in their own territory and be punched out, so a throw-in coming for Fenn. Fend a cross ball in looking for Yude, and you can just see how great she's been on those crosses into the box. How Carson-Newman has scored a couple of those goals this season, and you can see why she has the most assists and tied second most in the conference. A beautiful ball right to the head of Yude and just didn't time it up right. But another great chance for the Eagles. Poked forward. And Frick battles with Hamilton again. Those two going at it. A physical one at midfield. Stavis racing to keep this one in bounds. She will. But she's guarded tightly by Delgado, trying to cut her off. Stavis fancy with the feet to get past Delgado, and she will. But that one's poked out of play by Garber. Good job there by the junior defender. Throw in there from Grayshack, and the Eagles poke it out of the box, trying to get back into their own territory where they're comfortable. Here's Kim. Fancy feet over to Fend. Garber plays it forward to Kim. Near side corner, another cross into the box, but nobody home for the Eagles as Frick races after it. Eagles well controlled in their own attacking third, as that one's going to roll out of play. Too heavy of a touch. And the Wasps will play it forward quickly. Subs coming on for the Eagles.
22.
It'll be Kristen Nielsen, Ellie Leander,
10.
and Teskey coming on for Delgado and Kim. Buckowitz will come off as well. Emory and Henry 5-2 on the year opened their season in an exhibition match against a Division I competitor in Radford. Lost 2-0, but obviously didn't count towards their regular season schedule. They would go on to beat Virginia State in their home opener. And Toccoa Falls, that 9-2 win, part of the reason why their goal tally is so starkly high. As this ball played forward for Mosley, but it's cut off by Garber. Their first loss of the season in that SAC opener to Anderson, where they lost 3-0. Went on to beat Bluefield State. Have drawn a couple blanks. 2-0 loss to LR. And on a 2-game winning streak coming into this game, beat Bob Jones 2-0, and then won their first SAC game of the season against Mars Hill 4-0. This Eagles team also beating Mars Hill 5-0. Yes, here's Frick with it at midfield. Near side corner, but too heavy of a touch, and the Wasps will watch it roll out of play. Reg will get a chance to control and set up some. Nielsen racing after the ball by Reg, and a lot of pressure from this Eagles front line. Fend on the near side with it. Feeds it forward to Kim. Powell's daughter now, making her way in. Fend another good cross into the box. It's turned and fired, and a save by Reg. Nielsen, a really good touch there to force that one through to Reg. Turned and fired, and a good job by Reg to be ready for that one. Couple more subs coming on for the Wasps. De Jesus comes on the field for the Wasps as this one out of play. Eagles still up 1-0 after that goal by Malia Kim. Kim, just her second goal of her career, scored one earlier in the year against King when they were at King, a 5-0 win over King where she scored her first goal. So 2 on the season now for the senior midfielder. Garber chips it towards the press box out of play, and Wasps will get a throw in on the near side. It'll be Grayshak to throw it in. That one to the far side is a cross into the box and nobody home for Emery and Henry. Trying to beg for a foul on that near side. Trying to beg that Sadie Mosley got shoved down there in that near corner, but no call. Garber over to Fenn. With about 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Eagles up 1-0 as this ball played through by Nielsen. Cross into the box, cleared by Copeland. Heads up play, but nobody home for Carson-Newman. Fenn the long throw in. That one high into the air, and Wasp trying to get a touch. Good job clearing there by the defense. Fend on another throw in. This one looking for Frick. And that one will roll out of play as well. So ENH gets the chance to reset. Relentless pressure from Carson-Newman down in the attacking third. Definitely trying to tip the scales in their favor. Give them their third sack win of the season for a team trying to make the playoffs as Kim pushes it through. And cleared out nicely by the Wasps. But you could tell, talking to Coach Duffy, that this was a game that they've had circled on their calendar for a long time. Definitely got snubbed the last time as it was Gallagher who was shoved at midfield. Foul on the Wasps, and Eagles with a free kick upcoming. It'll be Garber to take it, a short one, straight to Gallagher. Gallagher racing in as Pal's daughter pokes it over. And Fairley will control. Clean tackle there by Gallagher. But it comes right over to Grayshak as Fairley still down on the field, slowly to her feet. Ref will finally blow the whistle. But she's up and moving around now. Really good tackle there by Gallagher. Clean on the ball. Ball is back in play. And a long one. In as this one gets past Berna Kabachi. The Eagles try and save it. And it's going to be what looked like another own goal for the Eagles. It was Mosley who punted it up into the air over the head of Kabachi. Perfect ball is all Mosley had to do was head it over, and Garber trying to get that one away, but just couldn't quite get the angle of attack on it she needed to save that ball. So it did look like another own goal, as didn't get the foot on it before it crossed the goal line. So a 1-1 score. Mosley will be credited for that goal, as E&H with a lot of momentum right now. It's Grayshak in the far corner, and Garber will clear this one. With about 5 minutes to go in this first half, things have become interesting. Two shots for the Wasps, and the second one, a header over the head of Berna Kabachi and in to the net to even the score at 1. You can see and just hear both teams playing with so much intensity as Sadie Mosley, the freshman, gets credited with her first goal of her career. Kim gets that one taken away, and it'll be a foul on Stavis. Garber to take it. Just a short one to the far side. Garber through traffic and over defend on the near side, as that one's too much velocity for a throw-in for the Wasps. Three minutes and 20 seconds to go in the half. We're tied at 1 here in this fifth sack game for the Carson-Newman Eagles, trying to get their 6th win of the season. That first goal by Malia Kim. That second one, Sadie Mosley for Emery and Henry. Goal by Kim scored in the 12th minute of this game, and Wasps get their lone tally in the 39th minute. As Brooke Bolton will come out and Kim will take a seat. Or Gallagher, excuse me. Fenn will get the chance to throw it in with just about 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Eagles have won every game that they've scored first in. Scored first in all 5 of their wins this season. But Emery and Henry doing a good job using their opportunity off the stoppage. Where Bella Fairley was down and referees just set the ball down, able to feed it through for Mosley to get the header off. Both teams battling at midfield. And here's Davis. Into the near side corner, Kabachi will control. Eagles will get a chance to play it through. Leander. 1 minute to go here in the first half. We're tied at 1s. And the Wasps will clear that one into the stands with 45 seconds to go. Pal's daughter on the far side. Frick trying to create some space in the far corner as both players going at it with 12 seconds to go on the clock. That'll about do it here in this first half as it's played out of bounds again. But a 1-1 score here from McCowan Field. Things have gotten interesting after that header from Sadie Mosley. Her first career goal, Malia Kim's second career goal. And we stand at 1-1. Take a quick break. When we come back from half here on the Eagles Sports Network, all the rest of the action from this 5th SAC game for Carson-Newman. Stick around. Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, a 1-1 score here at McCowan Field for this SAC face-off. It's Emory and Henry and the Carson-Newman Eagles, and that's how the first one happened. Malia Kim, her second of the season. The senior midfielder punches it through into that bottom corner, a beauty. Eagles work the ball deep into the corner and get Kim that chance, and as you watch this one, De Silva off a stoppage from what was an injury. And Sadie Mosley, the freshman, her first goal of the season, heads it over Berna Kabachi and into the back of the net. Garber tried for the little half bicycle to keep that out, but once that ball got past Kabachi, it was pretty much barbecue chicken from there. So Mosley will get the goal, and both of these teams fired up. This ENH bench has been incredibly vocal, as you can hear them there. Both of these teams trying to pick up another win in SAC play. The Wasps 1-2 in the conference right now, looking to even up their slate. Carson-Newman 2-2, trying to push themselves above 500. Coming into this game, LR takes the cake at the top of the SAC standings, a 3-0 SAC record with 9 points. But Carson-Newman tied with two other teams, that's Catawba and Anderson, with 6 points. ENH follows. They're tied with 5 teams in that 5th place spot with 3 points, looking to set themselves over the edge as a shot gets into the box, and Reg will race out to get that into the corner, but it's Buckowitz who is in hot pursuit. Along the near side. Just a bad header there from the ENH defense, as Buckowitz trying to get her foot on it, just can't quite get that one through the defense. Emory and Henry projected 8th in the conference standings coming into this game in the SAC preseason poll. Picking up their lone win over Mars Hill, who's at the bottom of the conference, tied with Wingate with 0 points. Couple of SAC games going on in the conference tonight. Obviously this one going on right now, tied at 1. Anderson beat LR earlier today, 1-0. So now Anderson owns the top spot in the conference. Wingate beat Mars Hill, so they're now with 1 win. As this one creeps into the box, it's Buckowitz trying to create some space. Delgado was racing after it, but no touch there, and a foul called. .42 minutes to go here in this second half. Mosley and Kim, the goal scorers, as De Silva gets this one set up, a high arcing shot into the middle of the field, and it's De Jesus who gets that first touch, but the Eagles will control. Powell's daughter racing after this one towards Kabachi, and Garber fends off Springman well. Far side battle. Was Yude looking for it. Garber will control and opt for her goaltender in Kabachi. Trying to get something set up here. So Anderson now the leader in the conference after beating LR, who was number 19 in the nation coming into tonight. Wingate gets their first win. Lincoln Memorial and Tusculum tied here this evening. And Catawba and Coker tie as well. So a tie for the number 11 Catawba Indians. Wasps moving with speed. It's Booth trying to find space. And Paul's daughter getting that one out of bounds. Good head there by Stavis. So no assist on that goal by Malia Kim. A couple Eagles touching it to get it to that point. But Kim's goal will be unassisted. Uncharacteristic, though, for these Eagles. They lead the conference in assisted goals. There's 16 assists on the season, the most in the SAC. As this one cleared out, and it's going to be Booth who gets a free try at Kabachi, but just a soft one in that bounces once for the junior goalkeeper to control. Kabachi, the week of September 16th, the Defensive Player of the Week in the SAC. This week, that title belongs to Annika Fenn, the first non-goaltender to win the award this season. Fenn already a couple good crosses tonight that have looked dangerous. Throw in there from the Eagles as Buckowitz gets her chest on it. The Wasps play it high into the air. Try and get some semblance of a clear, but Carson-Newman keeping the pressure on. Frick plays one in towards Buckowitz. And that's tapped out of bounds. Eagles will get a corner. It's going to be Yude to take it. Short pass off as Yude crosses this one high into the box. Buckowitz turning, firing. She's got it. But a penalty, a foul. Offside. Buckowitz just in front of everybody. Good job there by this officiating crew. Long throw in from Fenn. She'll get another chance deeper down the field. Comes right back to her as she gets the chance to cross this one into play. Buckowitz almost has a head. Yude chips it over the goal. Can't believe she missed that one. Has her hands on her head. But a good shot there from Yude. perfect opportunity, and she just sails that one over the top of the crossbar. Kim with a heavy pursuit, and that forces the Wasp defense to cross it right in front of their own goal. Battle from Pettit here on the near side. Carson-Newman gets another chance to possess. Eagles winning that possession battle in the first half, 61-39. So we get a foul there. Teams trying to match each other with energy here under the lights. At a lot of schools, you'll see the women play first and the men get to play under the lights, but mix things up here at Carson-Newman. So the women get a chance to play under the lights here. The 7:30 game as Fenn hits that one into the box, and that one is sent over the fence by Delgado. Powell's daughter plays it into her own half. Kim controls it now. Far side cross looking for Buckowitz, who's in the box, and Reg takes her out right in front of the goal. Powell's daughter battling there with Springman. Yude plays it forward. Buckowitz gets the chance to turn. Top of the box shot right at Reg, and she makes another save. These Eagles hot on the pressure. Multiple shots coming here in the last 5 minutes for Carson-Newman. Three shots here in just the last minute and 15 of play for Carson-Newman. Eagles coming fresh off of 2 wins. Outscored opponents 11-1 last week. They've allowed 1 goal here tonight against the Wasps. That lone goal against Mosley, her first career goal. As a tackle there on the far side of the field, it was Buckowitz who forced that one out of play, and the long throw-in from Fairley is pushed right back out. Grayshack this time as Garber gets the head on it to push it out, and the Wasps will recontrol. Good head there by Pettit. And it's Ute weaving her way through traffic, pushes that one forward. And a foul from Emery and Henry. Pettit will be the one to take the free kick. Wasp actually handed off to Pal's daughter. Long one into the top of the box. Headed towards the goal, and sliding in was Gallagher to try and make that play, but off the top of her head. Carson-Newman historically has been good at McCowan Field and on Wednesday games. 35-6 all-time when playing on Wednesday, and 25-15-1 when they have a nighttime kickoff like this game here this evening. Something about Wednesday nights. Lots of fans showing up here for this women's team here, who are 5-3 on the year, 2-2 in sack play. Successful season as the Wasps win the free kick there. It's De Silva to take the free kick. She's out a long ways. Cluster of jerseys at the top of the box. That one bouncing towards Kabachi. Stavis trying to get her foot on it, but Garber cutting her off. So a corner kick coming. This one crossed into the box, and Wasps are offside. .27 minutes to go here in the second half, tied at 1. Both goals scored in the first half. Kim's goal coming in the 12th minute, and Mosley's goal in the 39th minute of that first half. Nothing yet here in the second half. Yu tries to push it forward with her head. Gallagher fights for it on the far side, and it'll be pressed out for Pal's daughter, who will poke it back to Kabachi. Eagles well represented out there on multiple fronts from multiple different countries as a through ball. Frick is racing after it, trying to win the race. And De Silva beats her to the punch. Throw in there by the Eagles, though. Cross in, trying to find Yude. Hard touch there as Wasps miss it as Fenn sends it in for Buckowitz, who chips it right towards Reg, and she'll watch that one dribble out of play. Good chances there again from the Eagles. Subs coming on for the Wasps. It's going to be Sadie Mosley making her way back out there, the goal scorer for the Wasps. She'll replace Bailey Springman. And Grace Shack will come off the field as well. Annie Becker coming out there. Kim gets the touch forward. A good ball for Buckowitz. Has one on her. Moves to her right side and tries to find that far post.
Let's go, Mark, come in, let's go! Let's go, Mark, come in, ladies!
Corner kick incoming for the Eagles.
Check your shoulders!
Frick to take it. Soft pass into the box, goes right back for Frick, now across in. Pal's daughter got a head on it, but another corner coming.
Beware, Shark, beware, beware! Good.
Tried to set up something crafty there. That cross just a little too deep. Here's Yude this time. Cross into the box on the far post, and Reg has to dive to get it. Good touches on that far side from Fend and Buckowitz, but it just lands right into that far post. Reg ready for it. Looks like it was Kim that actually got the leg on it. Davis battling with Frick, and Yude will take control as Delgado plays this one through for Frick. Throw in for the Eagles on the near side. Irish Miles coming out there for Kendall Garber. And here's the throw in from Gallagher. Off the foot of Buckowitz, and the Wasps will clear it to the near side, but Frick controls it, cross in. Nobody waiting on that far side. Eagles begging for a corner kick, but they'll say it came off the foot of a white jersey, so it's going to be a goal kick from Adriana Reg. .64% of the possession here in this game has been with Carson-Newman, so that possession tally just continues to climb. It's going to be Fairley to throw it in. Pushed right back out of play. 21 minutes to go here in this second half. Carson-Newman trying to pick up a win at home. Last time here at McCowan Field was against number 11 Catawba. They lost 2-0 in that game, so trying to pick up their first win in just about 2 weeks. Have been on some really long road trips. Coach Duffy saying that, especially on those long road trips to Newberry and Coker. So we get a yellow card there. Those long road trips to Coker and Newberry can just be so taxing. You're getting back late at night, maybe 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. As the Wasps get a chance here, one of their first in the second. 20 minutes to go and Carson-Newman decides to clear. But those road trips can be so hard, and Coach Duffy saying this team definitely prefers to play at home. A lot of subs coming onto the field. Yude will check off. As well as Delgado. And it's going to be Leander and Teskey to come back out there. Played up the far side. It's DeSalva and Mosley trying to work on this Carson-Newman defense, but Kabachi swallows that one up. Under 20 to go here in this second half. Powell's daughter tries to play one forward for Teskey. And Pettit will get a chance to control. Back to Powell's daughter. This time to Buckowitz, and she knew she had the handball there. Kind of shied away from that ball as soon as she touched it. Just goes to show the character of Molly Buckowitz, talking to Coach Duffy about how special she's been, the graduate student. You can just watch her. She immediately backs off that ball. Just talking about how she's such a good person, and to watch her have the success this season that she's had has just been so fun to watch, especially all the trouble she's had coming off the injury and being a part of that COVID season that was super weird. As an opportunity into the box is cleared away by Pettit. So it'll be a corner kick for the Wasp coming up. Played into the short corner. Punch through, and Powell's daughter plays it off the foot of Hamilton. Pettit racing forward, looking for Frick. Pettit a long ball in to the hands of Reg. Reg with 4 saves here tonight. Has positioned herself really well in the net to save a few. Because that could have been a dangerous one if there was anybody around for Emery and Henry, but the Eagles get lucky there. Becker saves it from going out on the near side. And Mosley racing for it Wasps would have had odd numbers, as this time the Eagles take the charge and right through the middle, cleared out by that Wasp defense. Really good looking ball into the box. Buckowitz just behind a couple of UNH defenders.
Fight for the ball, let's go, fight for the ball. First ball, Haley.
But a good ball in by Teskey.
Yes, sir. Yes, Edie. Nine. Anyone. Yep. We're stepping. Step!
Powell's daughter. Through to Frick, who tries to work her way through two. Can't do it. Fend with it now. Haven't called her name in a while. That one's played ahead by Smith. Looking for Mosley, and it's Delgado that beats her there again. Reg swallows that one up on the other end. Another good chance for Carson-Newman. 1-1 score with under 15 minutes to go here in the second half. Emery and Henry player is not liking the contact with Adriana Reg from Carson-Newman. Both of these teams working so hard to get another win in this SAC conference that's so competitive. Ball in towards the press box, hits the mic. Sorry for your ears. This one punted towards Skabachi, out of play. Oh. 13 minutes to go in this Wednesday evening SAC game. We're tied at 1. As Frick, a good job to beat Copeland through the near side. Throw in coming for Carson-Newman. Gallagher comes off, and Elena Corbett checking in. You'd bodied off that one. Free kick coming from the Eagles. Three Eagles set up on this one. crossed in and pushed out of play by De Silva. See what happened here is Emery and Henry not happy about that one. Looks like the referees are going to say that De Silva got a hand on that one. So Reg has a conversation with the official here. And a penalty kick. Frick will be the one to take it. And a yellow card on Coach Baratayo. Throwing the yellow card at Coach Baratayo. Not happy about this penalty kick situation. So Felicia Frick, the second highest goal scorer on this Carson-Newman team, lines up what could set Carson-Newman over the edge here. 12 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock as Frick goes top corner. A beauty by the senior, gives her her 6th goal of the season and makes it 2-1. A happy occasion for Frick as the Eagles get set back up. The all-time leader in career penalty kicks for Carson-Newman, Felicia Frick, with her 7th career penalty kick. And it's 2-1 with under 12 minutes to go. Carson-Newman so good too when they score multiple goals. 75-2-5 when they have more than one goal. Beautiful set piece goal there from Frick into the top of the netting. And both teams with a new fire underneath them. Frick's 3rd goal of the season. Talking to Coach Duffy about this team and what he wanted them to do this season. I asked him for one word to describe this team. He said hungry. Just saying how last year went 3-5-3 in the SAC and a couple of games that just didn't go their way. One of them being this game against ENH, and he said we knew that we had all the talent in the world to be able to execute and be really good in this SAC conference as Kabachi dives out to get one. But just couldn't make it happen when it came to game time. So he actually put the blame on himself and said, you know, we had to evaluate some of the things that we were doing as a coaching staff, because when you have all the talent, largely retain all of the talent that you had from last season and you didn't do anything with it, got to change some things up. So they made some changes in their training plan and have been shooting for a bounce back this season. Fend with the free ball in, headed towards Reg, and she gobbles it up. Irish Miles connecting with Springman there at midfield, and Kabachi out of the box. That through ball to Booth, it would have been a one-on-one situation as Kabachi was way out of position, coming up to grab that one. Eight minutes and 24 seconds to go here in this second half. Carson-Newman with a 2-1 lead as the Eagles burning time in the backfield. Booth finally comes up to challenge, and this ball at midfield. It was Smith playing it forward for Springman, and Kabachi will control on the far side of the field. She finally picks it up and rolls it out to her defense. Fenn plays that one forward, and a Wasp on that far side there to cut it off. Under 8 minutes to go now. The Wasp not liking how Carson-Newman wasting time. E&H on the charge now. On the far side, it's Fairley trying to push it through. Emery and Henry trying to work quick, but Carson-Newman doing everything they can to keep their foot on the gas here. Now with 6.5 to go. Fend a good cross into the top of the box as it rolls through to Reg, and eats it up as she boots it out to her defense. Frick controls it at midfield, a good touch. Kim can't get the full handle on it, and it'll be Stavis to control. Good pressure though on the far side, and here's Fairley. Subs coming on. It's Bukowitz and Pettit to come back on for Irish Miles. Leander and Teskey will come off. Gallagher, the starter, will come back in. Mosley making her way back out there for the Wasps as well. Kabachi watches that one to her knees and takes her time. Kim down there working against Mosley. Powell's daughter on Mosley tight. And now here's Copeland.
Selena, you good? Shai, you can stay with us, Shai, you can stay with us, let's go. Referee, tonight, please. Hey, sit inside.
4 minutes and 30 seconds to go for Carson-Newman to hang on and pick up their third sack win of this season, a mark they would match from last year. 3 wins in the conference last year, 5 losses and 3 ties. So trying to improve upon that 3-win mark. If Carson-Newman hangs on here in the final 4 minutes of this game, they would have won 3 in a row and cut off a 2-game winning streak for Emory and Henry. As we have an Eagles player down. A good tackle out of play. Looks like it might be Delgado.
Come on, ref. Late and you know it.
Oh, it's actually Fenn. Back on her feet, though. Looks okay. Little scare there for Eagles fans. The reigning sack defensive player of the week leads this league in assists. Not someone you want to lose. Fairly on the throw-in. It's booted ahead, and Powell's daughter with the clear into her own attacking half.
AC, is Annika okay?
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here from McCowan Field. This Wednesday night doubleheader of Carson-Newman men's and women's soccer will wrap up this Emory and Henry themed week with Carson-Newman football at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Kim controls this one at midfield and dances through. Boots this one ahead. Frick with way too much space in between her and that ball. Thought about racing towards it. And a good header there from Pettit to keep that one in this half. Smith wins that header. And Kim battles back with one of her own. Powell's daughter with the essential clear there to push it out of bounds. And the Wasps with 2 minutes to go here in this second half move into their attacking third, trying to knot up this game and come away in this league game with a point. Copeland crosses it into the box past Kabachi. And it's Stavis, this team's leader, with her 9th goal of the year. Off the cross from Copeland, and Emory and Henry lit up here on the Eagles' home turf. Ties us up at 2. Similar situation from this first half where the Eagles strike first, and that one just sneaks past Kabachi's outstretched hands on the right side of the goal. Charlotte Stavis, her 9th goal and league leading. Top 10 nationally in goals scored. As Pettit can't control this one, but Powell's daughter will feed it right back to her. Eagles quick in transition here. As this one to Buckowitz, a hard ball to Ude in the near side as she tries to battle through traffic. Back out to Powell's daughter with a hard touch, and Mosley will have to throw in both of these teams with a lot of intensity right now. 1 minute to go in the half.
Let's go, quick.
45 seconds to go as Carson-Newman hands it off to Kabachi to try and set up maybe one last drive. Wasp cut it off and play it forward though. Here's Powell's daughter. Chips it ahead to Frick. Frick trying to turn on Copeland, but a good job pushing that out of play. Copeland will throw it in before the referees have a chance to make a decision on whose ball it actually was. And here's Kim at midfield. Kim through midfield, and a final clear there by Stavis towards Kabachi will end this game, a 2-2 score. And the first tie of the season from either side. Each team will pick up a point in sack play. Emory and Henry with 4 points on the season, and Carson-Newman with 7. So the Eagles move to 5-3-1 on the year and 2-2-1 in sack play. As for the Wasps, 5-2-1 on the season and 1-2-1 on the year. Definitely not a point that Carson-Newman wanted to give away, but regardless, a good battle from either side, intense in that second half. Kim and Frick, the goal scorers for Carson-Newman, and Mosley picking up her first career goal for Emory and Henry. Stavis, her team leading 9th of the season. That's going to do it here on the Eagles Sports Network. For all of us here at McCowan Field, I'm Rihanna DeCrow, Matt Scalzo, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Adam Cavalier, and of course Jay West running a camera down there on the sidelines. To all our camera crew through it, too, a big thank you for all that you do, and that's going to wrap us up here. Have a great night.